Hello everyone, this is Ankam at CAF with TradeOutLoud.com. This is my take on the markets for this week, beginning with August 19th. And right now it is 8:06 p.m. Eastern Time and it is Sunday. Let's begin by taking a look at NASDAQ. So far, the E-mini future indices are up. YM trading 20 points to the upside. The S&P is up about a point and a half. NASDAQ is up 10 points, and we have Russell that is up only 4 ticks. All right, so let's take a look at the market structure. We're going to begin with the E-mini NASDAQ 100 Index Futures. This is the daily chart, and right now the price is really trying to break above the 7,400. Friday's high, the 7,410. Actually 74.07. If we break above 74.10, that's going to be the confirmation for another buy pocket that will carry the price higher back into these highs right here. It's not going to be an easy ride. Keep in mind that the 1 hour has an overhead resistance from prior price action all the way into the 30s. And also we have the 200 moving average at the 74.30 zone as well. I like the consolidation here, really nice coil with support at 73.85 and resistance at 74.07 from Friday's price action. Once again, if we break above these highs, that's going to open the door for more buyers to step in and potentially carry the price higher back into this 200 moving average and also into these prior highs, 74.30. And once again, at this point, we may see a pullback. I expect the pullback to be quite shallow once the price is going to reach this area, probably between 17 and 20 to 23. That may reverse at this point and continue the price even higher back into the 74.50 to 74.60 zone. So it's going to be a slow grind to the upside if we're gonna do that. So on Friday we had a really nice double bottom off the 73.20, pushed the price higher. Again, we had a really nice igniting bar in the afternoon hours after 2 p.m. Eastern that took the price higher, erasing the overnight highs, putting it into the green. Mild green compared to the E-mini Dow and actually to the E-mini S&P 500. All right, so from the weekly perspective, we still need to trade over the 74.78, which is actually the 74.80 zone. So right now we're exactly trading 50% from this prior low, the 73.18, and into this high of 74.80 zone. So I would expect a slow grind either to the upside, or even if we pull back, most likely the 73.30 may see some aggressive buyers that may try to push the price a little higher. But don't forget, we had one knock on Friday at these lows, and also we had it earlier in the week that pushed the price higher. So far we have this doji on the weekly, so I'm not very enthusiastic about NASDAQ's price action. What I do like in NASDAQ is the pin that we have here. So really nice pin into the 7400 once again. And once we get this reversal going with this buy pocket over the 7400, maybe we do have a chance of a continuation higher back into the 7480 zone area that I have mentioned. Let's take a look at YM, and this is the E-mini Dow Industrial Average. This is the daily chart that has just erased the prior high here from beginning of August. A really nice push to the upside. Thursday was an incredible day. We actually had a low of 25,140 and we pushed higher. We finished a tad above 600 zone. Continuation into Friday's price action, and right now we're trading in the upper 25% of price from Friday's high. So a push over the 25,740 will assure continuation higher, most likely into the 25,800. If the price is going to grind and if it's really going to tap into the 25,800, which is literally about 100 points from where we are trading right now, this area, a break of this 25,800 is really going to try to push price higher back into the 26 20,000 level. So this is going to be a very interesting area for the mini Dow. I favor the mini Dow for this week's trading, day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to look at. But any pullback seems to be buyable into the mini Dow in the current context. Today, Sunday, it is August 19th. So I continue to see this index as one of the most powerful patterns that may continue actually above the 25,800. So 25,800 is going to be target one, and then we're going to be looking for a tradable void all the way to 26,000 and even higher for the 26,300. So this is really, really something that I'm going to be watching as a day trader and as a swing trader, but mostly as a day trader. Any pullback buy. So shorting not an option for me. All right, so let's move on to the mini S&P. All right, the mini S&P daily chart. Obviously, Thursday and Friday, really nice rallies throughout the mini indices. Right now, we're trading in the upper 25% of Friday's range. What this means for price? Well, it creates that bullishness that may push the price beyond Friday's high. So if the price is going to trade above 28.57, then we may see another push over the 60. Now this 28.50 to 28.60 has been let's say like trying to find the word here, the line in the sand. All right, so that has been a line in the sand. So if we push through that zone, then we can release more buying pressure. That may take the price back to its highs, and those are the highs from January right here at the 2878.5. There are even larger projections for price. There are projections that can carry the price all the way into the 2893. Okay, so that is the next projection into the 2893. All right, let's take a look at Russell. Russell as well, grinding higher. Really nice price action, but it's really coiling here at the 1700. So as you can see here, since the beginning of August, it has been grinding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And right now, trading and really trying to attempt to break above this prior high. Friday's high, 1697.7. And right now, we have a high of 1698.4. That's really, price is really trying to push higher through this area. Also, there's going to be a strong area of resistance that is going to radiate from that 1720 and even a little bit lower to the 1700. But if we manage to push a little higher, this may take the price definitely beyond that 1720. And in fact, there are a lot of projections let's take a quick look right here at price. So 1720, that's going to be, so obviously needs to trade over 1704. That's going to open the door for more buyers. 1720, and then we're going to be looking most likely into the 1740 area. So this is what I'm seeing in Russell. So once again, there so far the price action is conducive for a continuation higher. All right, so let's move on to gold. All right, so gold has seen a little bit of green, finally a little bit of relief after this doji last Friday, 1198.1. I'm sorry, this was on Thursday. On Friday, saw a little bit of relief, taking the price a little higher into the 1192.5. And right now we're trading in the upper 80% of Friday's price range, which is encouraging. Not so much longer term, because although we see a little bit of push to the upside, this might not be the push that we're literally very enthusiastic about. We're going to have some overhead resistance, 1200, also a psychological level. And if we break through this resistance at 1200, don't forget that we have lots of resistance at the 1210 zone. And this is coming from the weekly chart. So we have a lot of resistance at this point from these prior pivot lows. The price may get an acceleration through this area, or it may get rejected. If the price is going to get rejected within this area, what I see on the chart is that there's some strong resistance from the 1205 all the way to 1210. And if we're going to get a pivoting effect here, the price may continue may continue its trajectory lower, actually, and this time around we may actually see lows of 1150 and even 1125. All right, so this is my take on gold. All right, let's take a look at oil for this week. Okay, oil this week, we do have support at 63. We've had a pretty consistent downtrend here with a price rejection at 70, no reversal at 70. 70 was seen as that line in the sand, and 70 came in with a lot of resistance and a lot of pressure on price, taking the price back to 65. And this is the weekly chart. So right now, from the weekly perspective, there is support at $64. The weekly is not conducive of a move higher. The daily chart, however, we do have support from these prior lows at $64, and we also have the 200 moving average. And as you can see here on Friday, we got a little reversal but rejected, and the price came in on Friday. So don't forget, this is what the price did on Friday. So we managed to get a little bit up and then back down to support level. So take a look at this coil here at the very bottom. We're also trading right now the October contract. So we rolled into the October contract. I think that if the price is going to manage to get over 65.50, things are going to be looking a little better, and we may have a shot for the price to continue a little bit higher into the 66.50. So that's about a buck here, but we're going to have to take a look at support at the risk to see if we're going to have a good trade or if the trade is asymmetric. All right. One other chart that I want to bring up is the feeder cattle chart. I still have one contract left, so I have unloaded pretty much everything that I had into this 155 zone, but I'm still keeping one contract because I really think that we're going to push a little bit higher. I love the price action that we've had into last week, especially on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And right now, I think that we do have a little bit of resistance into the 151 to 150, 150. But if we break through this area, I really want to see the price trading above these moving averages. So algos, get out of the way. We may see a huge tradable void above the 155 zone that may push the price back into the 160. So I am totally looking at that. All right, let's take a look at copper. A lot of requests. I've received a lot of emails requesting copper analysis. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm looking here. So this is the weekly chart. And it has pierced the 200 moving average. And if you see here, now I don't have a marker right now, but you could see here that this is pretty much, you know what, I could do this. All right, let's do this. All right, so this is pretty much has been a chop box, right? So we're still trading within this chop, okay? So right now we caught a little bit of, we caught a bid here, and we're actually going a little bit of green right now. So copper is up 1.22% as of right now. And we actually had a little bit of push higher, and we're actually riding the 10 exponential moving average. We've bounced off this 200 moving average, but keep in mind that we're still going to have this upper resistance into the 280s. I'm not very optimistic about this trade. I'm not going to do anything right now. Daily chart, as you can see, we had the Thursday, Friday continuing higher from those lows into the 255. We're trying to push a little bit higher here, but keep in mind we do have very strong resistance that is coming at 267, and that is minor resistance coming from this prior pivot low. We're also having this descending 10 exponential moving average. The moving averages are all over the place, and in fact, they're actually started again to fan out from this squeeze that we had here. So I definitely don't see a lot of, I may be wrong, but I don't see a play in copper right now. So to me, it looks very, very sloppy. I like to trade patterns that are super clear with tight stops. Other than that, I don't trade. So if I don't see a trade that fits my entry criteria, my risk criteria, I just skip it. I think there's so many other charts that I can trade. I don't really need to insist on something that is sloppy and choppy. One other chart, and this is natural gas. Again, this is by popular demand. It has support at 289. It also has resistance at the 297, and it's actually grinding this prior box as well. So let me just bring the box again. This is actually the resistance that is actually radiating right now into this area. So it's still going to be very, very choppy unless we break these highs over $3. Is the price going to go lower or higher? Well, you know, the weekly chart, we just had a really big move. I consider this a big move when it comes to natural gas. So we had a really nice big move from 270 all the way very close to $3, and we have a doji. I think the heavy lifting has been already has been done already, because we've managed to pick up the pace here, and we have established a higher low. And compared to these lows right here that we've had, and this was a strong support level at the 250 zone. First higher low, second higher low, and in fact equal higher low compared to the one back in May, beginning of May. We got a really nice reversal. Maybe a push over 3 is going to erase this and get it back into these highs here. It's still going to be a very messy trade. I would focus more on the daily chart. Obviously, I would feel more comfortable if it would trade over $3, and any pullback after the break of $3, yes, I will look to get in. But until then, I don't see anything, because if we break the 288 zone, which basically are these lows, we're going to go back lower. So right now, that doji on the weekly chart is not telling it's not telling me, it's telling me a whole deal. It's literally telling me that if it doesn't break that $3, I should just, pretty much stay on standby. All right, guys, this is all for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week with another round of where the market may be heading into next week. All right, guys, have a wonderful trading week. And remember, you can always email me questions or chart requests at info@tradeoutloud.com. Happy trading.